A body in motion tends to need food at least every 3 to 4 hours. Carbs for glycogen replenishment, protein for muscular synthesis, and fat for brain function and anti-inflammation.
I'm trying to practice,
among other things,
radical body acceptance today. That's the name of the game. If it's too hot for the gear that I have on, I can go out in just a sports bra. Good job, Hopes.
Radical acceptance is a mindfulness exercise. It's what we do with our predominantly negative emotions in order to avoid causing harm to either ourselves or other people. And while I think potentially anybody could benefit from this practice, it's particularly useful to those of us who did not have emotional regulation modeled for us by our families.
Hi. Isn't it pretty up here? Yeah.
So I took a personal day, whatever that means. Work is stressful, right?
Good girl.
Acutely stressful. Like, I think it's causing me to dissociate.
Yeah, you want to go ahead? Okay, I'll lead. Look at that. Look at those ski tracks over there. Right there.
Emotional dysregulation, which radical acceptance is supposed to address, is arguably the foundation for almost all mental health issues. Dad.
We just came around the corner and it was like beautiful. Yeah.
By radically accepting our emotions, we can avoid engaging in destructive behavior.
This is pretty back where we came from too. Let's keep going up.
Related to emotional dysregulation, I am very insecure about my body. Thanks to diet culture, social media, sexism, fat phobia, the patriarchy, the fashion industry, the U.S. healthcare system, Fitspo, numbers, ableism, you name it.
Sports bra it is. It's all about the flex.
It's all very destabilizing to me in particular because I lack, relative to other people, healthy coping mechanisms. But I'm working on it.
Ooh. There was a lot of questioning. There was a lot of questioning myself. Yep. But I'm here. I felt like a good person to part next to. I was just about to transition and I was like not sure about it because I don't know, I wanted to film it or whatever, but then I caught sight of this. Look at that. Whoa. We're at 11,000 feet right now. There's a copper around that tree. All right, we gotta go down. Downhill time.
Nope, just
radical body acceptance. Still working on it. We're starting the traverse. Right, Hobes?
An important part of radical acceptance is checking the facts.
Nobody's done this since the last time it snowed here.
Describe the situation.
I think it's doable.
And find a way out.
At least what I'm doing is, it's information, not pain, sense data. Lots of feelings in my knees right now. Or is it just in my mind?
Enter sense data theory, which says that there's an important difference between the input we get from our senses and the objects and properties that we judge, affirm, or infer are present.
Is this satisfying for you?
So that feeling of pain or frustration or confusion or whatever it is effectively localized within your nervous system. If you can radically accept that that signal is there, then you can rewire it.
Look what happened to the sun while we were looking down. The halo filled out. I love optical phenomena. And altitude. And snow.
It's all about creating new patterns, thinning those myelinated pathways and building stronger, better ones.
Check out the sun right now. There's a really nice halo around it. I'm about to do some skin skiing. No off-road skins required. Once again, focusing on my glutes and my transversus abdominis. Confidence. Look at the giant chunks of snow I'm taking out with my skins.
Why do you want to go back, Hobes?
Don't you want to do this traverse? Look at that. I want to do that, but I don't want the snowmobiles. Emotional dysregulation. Boo.
Radical acceptance is kind of reminiscent of Davidson's theory of radical interpretation. Specifically, Davidson says that we can interpret novel, e.g. linguistic signals, even if we don't know anything about the speaker, their beliefs, or the meanings of their words, by employing the principle of charity, which says to optimize agreement between ourselves and those we interpret, or in my case, between my body and the sensory signals coming from my knees, to assume causal relatedness and to maintain consistency.
You want some more protein bar?
So I'm reinterpreting what I thought were pain signals
Chocolate and peanut butter without the chocolate?
as sense data.
Yeah, come.
And integrating that with the rest of my body.
Okay, I can also zoom in. That's good. That works. That's the maximum zoom.
I am nothing if not consistently
I know you
myself.
do really good zoomies.
Random.
You want to do a zoomie over here? Yeah. There she is. Because I took out the food. Oh, yeah. There we go. Yeah.
Sense data theory helps us
Good
appreciate
job.
the difference between what is
Yeah.
perceived by the body and what's interpreted by the mind.
Good
So
job,
what we
Mom.
see here with our eyes are patches of blue, green, and white. But what we think we see in our mind are sky, trees, clouds, snow, and mountains. Mountains are the best. Let's go hang out on a mountain. And don't forget sunscreen like I did. Given a feeling,
The air is a little thin up here.
this might be sensory
I'm
input
breathing.
or a cognitive judgment. The distinction is fairly innocuous for positive experiences since you naturally want to enjoy them. But for negative ones, it can serve to help us get out of a potentially harmful situation.
Downhill time.
A final note on experiencing emotions. It's hard. It's a form of evolutionary adaptation that humans are supposedly the best at.
Where'd the puppy go? There she is. There she is.
So, radical body acceptance to me means interpreting the feelings in my knees as information rather than as pain, and focusing more on what my body can do than on how it looks. Earlier on in ACL recovery, I'd been encouraged to identify the pain and work with it rather than against it in order to get stronger. Now, a year later, it's time to take a more nuanced but also more basic sensory look at those feelings in my knees.
These are gonna be good turns, so I wanna get on video. Also, there's a jump back there.
On Davidson,
Not
as on
taking it.
other coherentist views, as in ED recovery and physical fitness and mental health, the focus is on consistency.
Woo! Yeah, this is too good not to film.
Other things radical people say:
I love you.
assume causal relatedness.
You're doing great.
And make sure your belief and meaning attributions
Nice shorts.
are consistent with one another and with the evidence. Consistency is key.
Yeah, I don't know where I'm going, Hobbs. I think that's the skin track.
Uncertainty is inevitable. Consistency is key.
Skiing is believing.
Here's to consistency and new PRs every day. Thank you for watching.
There we go. This is called the ski strap on a tree stump tripod. Third person perspective. Here we go. All for the view.
Yes.
Keep coming. Yeah, still got food. Yeah.
After 2 weeks of radical body acceptance work, I feel better in and about my body than I have felt, I think, ever.
Satisfying for you?
Can you
Smile
tell?
was satisfying for me. There we go. That's better. I don't know. Do I have the right angle? GoPro would be easier, but I have the. Oh, that face isn't even in it. about that? Powder. So satisfying.